Okay, video making time. Remember there was a pipe coming down the wall, got it foamed. And any place you may see in the video where it needs paint on it, I told the guys to, and there's a little bit of rotten fascia board I've got to replace. I told the painters paint up to it. Same thing as this. If you reflect back to the previous video, you see there was a drain pipe for the sink come out right there, and it tied in. I thought somebody was trying to call me. It was tied in right there, or in this area underground, and when we exposed it to get rid of it, noticed that we needed a clean out. So that's the clean out going to the sewer line. There is obviously we're in town, so we have city sewage. Okay, this video today is going to be a little bit quicker than the last. I think last I made two. You see the trim's been painted, the house been painted. I still got to, I clipped the wire off the shorter ladder down here, and then I took the satellite dish off the roof and caulked up those screw holes. And then you won't hear a bunch of beating and framming and everything going on in this video. I like to watch the previous videos before I make new videos, and there was so much commotion and noise going on. Even sitting in my truck listening to the video, I was like, man, this is irritating me just to watch my own video. So I asked everybody if they would just take a break. So you won't hear any of that noise now. New unit is in and wired up. Let me show you something specific. You see that was a window stop on the outside. All the, the window trim, let me give it closer. Window trim is being painted, but this board here, I removed it, and as well as all the storm windows. Sorry if I moved too fast. Seems like I moved fast on every one of the videos with my hand. But I took all the storm windows down and took that board out, because when the new windows go in, that board's got to come out anyway. So while I was there taking the storm window out, I snatched that board down too. There again, trim's been painted. I'm going to just move on around here and go in the front door. Most of the time I go right. So when I'm, looking at buying one, so I'll just go in the front door. Now the front door hasn't been painted. The exterior has the trim. Let me do this. All the trim, that's the shingles right there. That's not unpainted wood. But we're going to replace this door. That's the reason the door itself hasn't been painted. So, but let me just go left and show you something right off the bat. I don't know, if you go back to the last video, that is a chase for the bathroom that we added upstairs. And the sheetrockers are here today, and they should be finished up. Today's Wednesday. He told me he'd be finished by Friday, if not before. So that is a chase in the great room downstairs. Now, obviously, once they get it done, mudded and finished and sanded and all that, we're going to put a baseboard at the bottom. We can do the trim out into the house, basically what we're doing. But we got put in a new box. There was no box there. There was no lighting overhead in this room. I'm just going to back up to the window. See that one box there? It's probably hard to tell in the video, but that's center of the room. But then there's going to be a can light over here, the center of that to the wall, and from the center of this ceiling fan box to the back wall, there's another can light. Like I showed in the video before, those can lights are already wired up here. And same thing in this room in here. I'm just going to jump in it. But the box that you screwed, there's a little wire that comes off of it. If you go back to the last video, you'll see those get mounted above the ceiling height. And then when the sheetrock goes in, I'm just holding right there. I'm going to show you this too. Once the sheetrock goes in and gets painted, we'll go back and cut the hole, screw them in place, screw the other piece to the light, and I can show you that in just a second. Probably should have did that a while ago, but these are my measurements, which I did write them down because this wall's going to obviously get painted. But if you're looking back, the first one is at 67.5 inch off this wall, and then so on. And then they're 3 foot off of that wall. Here's my measurements over here. Yes, and I did copy it down so I could keep up with it. I have it all in a notebook where these locations are, but 3 foot off of that wall, 3 foot off this other wall over here. And there, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was counting my numbers. 6 lights down each side. Okay. And then obviously sheetrock on this wall, both sides. Now back here, let me go ahead and focus on it. I asked the sheetrock guys to save me a couple scrap right here because there's about a 20-inch span right here to coming on around. I'm going to cut it out and do the electrical myself. Basically, you see right here, I just did that so nobody would, if they didn't know before I got a chance to talk to them, they would call me and say, hey, what you got going on with this crazy wire in here? But, you know, obviously, you see right here, it's not attached to anything. I just did that so it would raise a question mark. But this wire right here in the floor, I'm going to bring it right up. It comes off of that receptacle right there. Let me move his tool out of the way. But that's going to be inside the backsplash. Now, this one here will probably operate the refrigerator because we're going to put it in this corner. But we're going to come right around here, up under the window, around. Sorry if I'm going too fast. But the reason for that 20-inch span, let me show you from, let's see if I get my finger from here to here. The bottom of the cabinet, because I'm not a master sheetrock guy, the bottom of this joint will be above the bottom of the cabinet. So the cabinet's going to come here, and then the same thing. If you measure most houses from the bottom of the wall cabinets to the top of the finished floor cabinet is 18 inches. This span right here is going to be 20 inches. So the bottom covers the bottom joint and the top covers the top joint. Now, that doesn't seem like that big of a deal, and it's really not because we're not going to finish the sheetrock. We're just putting it there to have something again to attach our backsplash to. But obviously I need to cut that trough out across there to do my electrical. Yes, we could run it, you know, kind of put a Band-Aid on it, cut maybe like a 6-inch trough, and then just put a notch into the wall studs. But it's a little bit easier, makes more of a mess with the blown-in insulation. But we're going to put back insulation, probably fiberglass bats. It's just easier to control it and just, you know, wrap that. Here's a really good idea of that 20 inches. See my black lines coming up to there. But this one here, I notched it out on there. So I'm going to run this over to my window casing. So, but that's all on me. I'm going to do that little bit of electrical, put in maybe two receptacles on this wall, 2 on this wall, and then we have one over there for the refrigerator. Refrigerator's going to take up most of that space to the window, so we may not have but 1 over there for the refrigerator, but there's going to be 2 here, 2 here. And then my idea, the reason this is ripped out so close to the window is because, let me show you down here on the floor, which until it's actually setting in place, it may be hard to understand it, but where I showed you in the other video that I have 2 white lines. I said follow the white line, but it's the white and the black line because there is 2. That's the, and then obviously the plumber is already come and gone. We got the plumbing set up throughout the house. You saw that in the first room with the chase. But if you're sitting against this wall and there's the bar top, that's going to be the outside of the bar top. So if you get right up close to the bar top, you'll still be able to reach right over here to a receptacle to plug in a laptop or a cell phone charger or something. So that's the reason that is there now, or that's the reason I'm bringing that receptacle that much further over onto that bar top. Electrical, we got all electrical in. Let me come over here. I don't know how detailed I was in the last one. New receptacle there for the kitchen lights. And like I said, you can't see them now, but there's lights above the sheetrock. And coming on in here to the bathroom, there again, they should be finished with the mud today or tomorrow. He told me Friday at the latest. New plumbing, new HVAC. Come here, sorry if I'm moving. I still got to close that hole up, but the toilet's been moved over, new water lines, supply lines. new switches, new boxes. They actually got moved and relocated. Exhaust fan, new exhaust fans put in, and then right over here, I talked about this in the first video because of we're doing can lights in some of the other rooms, like in that great room, and then the 3 rooms next, right behind this wall, going into the kitchen. But once we put a mirror up here, this ceiling is just under, it's like maybe 2 inches, because I know because I can touch it staying flat-footed. It's probably 2 to 3 inches less than 8 foot. So once you put a mirror on, backing up a little bit, once you put a mirror on that wall, the vanity height will be a little bit below. I just realized those guys covered up my receptacle. Yeah, I'm gonna have to let them know about that. Which there's power on it. We can probably get the what you call chicken stick and put it right on the sheetrock and feel for it till it starts beeping. But anyway, once the mirror goes up right there, that wall is a little bit short, so we did an overhead lighting. Gonna be a can light right there too. All right, let's move on in here. Sheetrock on this wall here. Sheetrock. The return is all nice and clean and new. Okay, we're gonna move on upstairs. And the only reason we just hadn't got to it yet, and I'm gonna have it before he paints. That door there's got a couple, that's the reason he got that plywood on it. That door's got a couple of window panes busted out. Oh yeah, here's the lights. Let me show you these real quick. Or the box. This is what they look like. They're very slim line, and the metal box right here, that's what goes above the sheetrock. Okay, put that back and head upstairs. And we're going to do, the agent and some friends of hers just left. And we had a good conversation about the exterior chimney and brickwork, and then also the underpinning, and then this fireplace here, and then this exposed brick for the chimney over here. That brick there, you don't see any of that chimney on the outside wall except for up on the roof. But we're going to whitewash all the brickwork, inside and out. Okay, per suggestion of listing agent. Coming upstairs, there again, I sent everybody to the store, so it's really quiet. I love that. They got sheetrock in here. There was 2 rooms in this ceiling. Sheetrock. If you look back on the other video, this whole side here was ripped out. We got the new vent nailed back in place. Coming on around, let's go in here and see the master. I'm gonna show you this right here first, I guess. This is the second bedroom. That's the trim for this door behind me. Light fixture hanging down. Obviously, there's no need to put up the new light fixtures just yet because, well, it hasn't been painted. That's the biggest reason. All right, coming into the master bedroom where we added a bathroom. Okay, and also the HVAC upstairs, the guys serviced it. Everything was good, but when we studded up this wall here to separate the bathroom and the closet, I asked him to splice off from wherever upstairs and put me a vent in this room. Okay, new exhaust fans, obviously, because there's no bathroom at all up here. We've got all new plumbing. Now this plumbing runs right into that chase that I showed you in the great room downstairs. And then again, these upstairs ceiling heights are quite a bit lower. I think we measured it last time, it was right at 84 inches, which is 7 feet. So we have a can light there, receptacle, new switches, basically, you know, just new electrical up here, because there was 2 closets. Let me back up over here like this. There was 2 closets, but they were right up against the window. You see the light coming through. I'll step in there in just a second. They were like 2 foot. There was a closet there and a closet over here where this bathroom is, but they were extremely small. And then we wanted to put a new bathroom up here anyway. So we ripped both of those out. I could show you on the floor probably where there was marks of it, where it used to be. But coming into, that's why we had to put another vent. See, there's the original one for this room, but because of this wall going there, we put one over there. Right here you go. You see, it come out, it's really small. And then over here, and believe it or not, I have swept this floor in the whole house. As a matter of fact, downstairs I vacuumed I think it was last Thursday before the sheetrockers got in here. I was here for quite a while cleaning the floors, not like so you could eat off of them, but just getting all this construction debris, which obviously they're going to clean all that up too before they get done or when they get done. But there was a little jolt out right there, a little cabinet, and then this same look, you see how, let me see if I can get it all in. See how small that area is? That was a closet. And then they had a little jolt out on, and then on the other side of the window, there was another closet. So yeah, that's our project. I was just thinking all these ceilings, this entire ceiling here was completely torn out. The ceiling beneath me was completely torn out. All the sheetrock that you see, except for this new wall, these new walls and bathroom and closet area, everywhere else you see new sheetrock, it was just completely torn down to the either wall studs or torn down to the ceiling joists. Okay, that's the video for today. Thanks a lot.